Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about a very interesting topic in Module 1, that is planning. When we discussed the management definition or the levels of management, the roles of managers and all those things, one particular word almost which was present everywhere was planning. So in this particular video where we are going to discuss in detail about planning. So how can we define planning? Planning is an intellectual process which requires a manager to think before acting. So in simple way we can define planning basically is a thinking process. Clear. And even in general, even it is also called as thinking in advance. So it is a planning that managers of organization decide what is to be done, when is to be done, and how is to be done, and how has to do it. So all these things is possible only if you are thinking in advance. So how the nature of planning will be there. So whenever you do any plans, the following points whatever we are going to discuss that should be applicable for the plan what we are framing. Your plan must be flexible. It means at any point the plan can be changed, maybe fully, partially, or like completely reversed. Clear. So that is why a plan must be flexible. By flexibility of a plan is mean its ability to change direction to adapt to changing situations without undue cost. Whenever we do any kind of changes in our plan, that should not reflect on the cost. And second thing, the planning nature needs to possess a built-in flexibility in at least major areas: technology, market, finance, personal and organization. So this is also very important. The planning nature should have the areas, the least areas includes technology, market, finance, personal and organization. And flexibility in technology means that the mechanical ability of a company to change and vary its product mix according to changing needs of its customers. And the plannings, they are not responsible for predicting the sales levels and ordering materials to produce products 6 months in future, because planning is not only about the production or manufacturing. A second major difference concerns the time spent on planning, because some people take more time only to frame the plan, but we need to make sure that a good manager can able to create a plan. He could able to think in advance in very brief time. Top managers generally spend more time on planning because they are the one who decides the goal or aim of the organization. They are concerned with establishing objectives and developing plans to meet those objectives. Lower level managers are more involved in executing these plans. So only uh, top level managers only takes more time to frame the plans, but lower level managers their only work is to execute the plan. So uh, definitely when you see the time consumption point of view, lower level managers consumes very less time. Top level managers are generally months to 5 years later, but even after that, lower level managers are more concerned with planning activities for the day or week or maximum for a month. And what is the importance of planning? Why planning should be? We have many reasons. I'll be explaining one by one. First one is it mainly minimizes risk and uncertainty by providing a more rational, fact-based procedure for making decisions. Planning allows managers and organizations to minimize risk and uncertainty. And planning does not deal with future decisions but in futurity of present decisions. If your manager does not make any provision for the replacement of plant and machinery, the problems he will have to face after 10 years can well be imagined. A manager has a feeling of being in control if he has anticipated some of the possible consequences and has planned for them. It is like going out with an umbrella in a cloudy weather. Next, planning leads to success. Planning does not guarantee success, but studies have shown that often things being equal, companies which plan not only outperform the non-planners but also their past results. This may be because when a businessman's actions are not random arising as mere reaction to the marketplace, Planning leads to success by doing beyond mere adaptation to market fluctuations. With the help of a sound plan, management can act proactively and not simply react. It involves to attempt to shape the environment on the belief that business is not just the creation of environment but its creator as well. And planning focus attention on the organization goals. So planning helps the manager to focus attention on the organization's goals and activities. This makes it easier to apply and coordinate the resources of organization more economically. The whole organization is forced to embrace identical goals and collaborate in achieving them. It enables the manager to chalk out in advance an orderly sequence of steps for the realization of organization goals and to avoid needless overlapping of activities. And planning trains executives. Planning is also an excellent means for training executives. They become involved in the activities of the organization and the plans arouse their interest in the multifarious aspect of planning. So this is all the different purposes of planning. So among all those things, the few things which we need to remember always is these two things. That is, minimizes risk and uncertainty and leads to success. Because if you're thinking or if you're thinking in advance or if your planning is good, definitely your plan, as we discussed, your plan is very flexible. So definitely if any problem happens in between, maybe when we are about to reach or about to reach our target, the success, so that time also, because of the flexibility in our plans, even if any problem happens in between, it is possible to to control, because it is flexible. The planning is flexible in nature, so things will be under our control. Because uh, that is why here I mentioned particularly considering the economic rates, the cost. So it minimizes risk and even uncertainty. Then it leads to success. So success in the sense like sometimes, not most of the time, sometimes some plans. Some plans may not give the required output, but if you see, if the planning is very proper, uh, because of the unexpected turns and twists, if we can't able to reach the success, but ultimately there will not be any loss. The profit shares may be very less, but the we cannot conclude our particular aim or objective or the particular goals as a loser one, because a planning definitely leads to success. May not be a huge profits all the time, but definitely not in loss. And even other things are there, like focus attention the organization goals, and it trains the executive. This is also a very important thing, because without proper training it is not possible to get the work done from all the employees who is working at the different levels of the managers. So these are all the different things. So with this we wind up this videos. Thank you.